Candidate just applied, AI read their resume, compared it to the job requirements, scored them, and wrote all of this information into the record before the recruiter even opened it. Let me show you how this whole system works, and then we'll build the AI automation together. I'm Zach from InterDev Solutions. Our channel shows you how to streamline operations with automation and AI. If you need direct help, you can visit our website, interdevsolutions.com. By the end of this video, you'll know how to build the whole thing yourself. We'll cover the data model or the database, the public application form, which is built in Zite, and then the relay workflow that does the actual screening. I'll show you the app first, walk through how I planned it, and then we'll build the automation step by step. This is what we are building toward. Let me walk you through the finished app first so you know what you're getting. The candidate experience would start here. That's a publicly facing form where they fill in their details, upload their resume. It's really simple and easy for them to submit information to you. And you could just add this or embed this form on your website. The really cool part about Zite is it is an AI app builder for businesses. And that's where you can build out your app and your UI. You can build out logic or workflows, and you can build out the database all within this tool. As I mentioned, I'm also using Relay as the integration layer and to run automations as well on top of the actual workflows that you can build within Zite. They go hand in hand and they work quite well together. But basically, you add in your prompts here, you build out what you want. There's a planning process, I'll get into that in a minute, that I used to build out this app. On the database side of things, we have a jobs table here that just has the information about a given job. That includes the job description, must-have skills, nice-to-have skills, minimum experience, those types of details. And then we have a candidates table. And this candidates table is where the candidate gets logged when they fill out that form that I just showed you with name, email address, the job they applied for, and where they can upload the resume. In the application itself, in the recruiter dashboard here, there's a list of all of the candidates that have submitted a resume to us, and it shows all of the details that we will use AI to scan for in a moment. And then if we open up the candidate detail record, so if I select it, it will show all of this information in more detail. And this is the summary that was provided to us by the AI model. And Relay is the tool that we use to be able to process this resume. Here's the UI for the jobs where we can add or edit the jobs that we have posted. Let me do one quick end-to-end so you can see the actual flow. I'll submit the test application right now. In the form, I've entered some details, uploaded the resume. We can come in here, select the position. This is going to be for a software engineer, and I can submit the application. Shows that the application's been submitted. Within seconds, Relay processes it, and the record is populated. The recruiter gets a Gmail notification or Slack notification or whatever you want to use for notifications with the candidate name and other details. And before we build the automation, let me show you how I plan the. Before I build any new application or even workflow, I go through a planning process. For something like this, a simple framework is usually enough. And depending on the complexity, it takes anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour or two. For more advanced builds, the planning goes deeper and can take several hours or even days, depending on the scale of the project. For something like this, 10 to 20 minutes should be enough time to get you in a good position to start building. Part one is the requirements. What does this app need to do? The use cases are post a job, accept applications, and screen candidates. Part two is the data model or the database. What tables do we need? We just need jobs and candidates. And the application is the link between a candidate and a job. That's the relationship that matters. Part three is the UI or the interface. What pages actually exist? What does it look like? In our case, again, there's a public application form for intake and then a recruiter dashboard where they can see the candidates, the job posting details. And the last part four is the user experience. How do users actually move through the application? Again, the candidate submits the form. It's really simple for their user experience. And then the recruiter is able to open up a dashboard so they can see the candidates and job postings, be able to click into that and review the details. The framework is requirements, database, the UI or interface, the user experience. Let's build the part that saves the most time. That is the AI or the Relay automation workflow for both Zite and Relay. If you do not have accounts already, there's links in the description for both of them. Well, let's go ahead, open Relay, and we will create a new workflow. I'll use the Relay AI assistant to build this out. It will get us probably 80 to 90% of the way there, and then we can tweak it from there. It will generate the rough structure, and then I'll refine each step. Within my agent or workflow, I've got an agent set up here already. I'm just going to add a new workflow, and then over here, I can prompt Relay to do whatever I want it to do. I'm just going to paste in this prompt I've already built, but I'll just read it out quickly. When a new candidate is created in Zite, Relay should analyze that candidate's resume against specific job record they applied for, populate the AI screening back into the candidate record, and then update the candidate status to needs review, and then send a Gmail notification to the recruiter. Say send a Slack notification or some other email notification. Any of those are fine. I'm going to let this run, build it out first, and then I'm going to come back in here and modify it and tell it what I want the actual AI analysis to look like. As soon as I click the submit button, it will start working through its process, thinking through it, planning it, so on. It looks like it may have found the correct table, so that's pretty cool. Now it's just asking for the recruiter email address. This is for notifications. I'm just going to send it to me, so I'll enter in my email. Now it's working through it. It's adding the trigger, adding each step, and now it will go through and modify each step to correctly do the task that we're looking for it to do. Within a couple of minutes, it built out this full workflow for us. We have the trigger. This is step one. When a new candidate is added, we'll trigger things. And then we're going to find the linked job record, so we have something to compare it to. I click into this AI step. You can see it's actually written the prompt here for us as well. I am going to modify this because I wanted to do something a little bit different than what it provided. So I'll come back to that one in a moment. After that analysis step through the AI model, we can update the candidate with the AI screening. Basically, whatever the outputs are from here, we're going to update that record, and then we're going to notify the recruiter. That's going to be really simple. If I look at this quickly, one other thing to mention is I found that the AI assistant often picks the model with the API key. With Relay, there is actually AI credits provided so that you have enough. We can just come in here and select the option using AI credits. I'm just going to use Gemini 3 Flash. So I'll use this model, hit done. Now, again, I have a prompt that I'm going to use to tell the AI assistant to update this step. I'm going to say update the AI extraction step. I'll paste it in and hit submit. Basically, I'm just saying to use this prompt within this step, which is basically analyze this candidate resume against the job requirements. And then it's added a lot of the information that it had already provided. And then I just have added some additional scoring logic and rules as well. If I just scan through this, it looks like it is set up as desired. We want to make sure it has all of the relevant details related to the job, which in this case has the job title, description, must-have skills, nice-to-have skills, and minimum experience. The AI model has that type of context. It looks like it received the resume, which is correct. And then again, it seems to automatically add this code sandbox quite often. For some reason, I'm just going to leave it enabled. It doesn't seem to hurt anything. Over on the right, we can see that automatically built out the outputs for us as well. It's pretty good. And I just want to check one last thing. We can see that this is the email that it's going to send me once the analysis has been completed. We are going to start a test run. I have already uploaded one additional resume in Zite, so we have something to work with. I'm going to show you just back in Zite real quick. I have a new record that has been added. There's no score or AI recommendation quite yet. This is a new record that's been added via the submit form. We'll go back into Relay. We can start a test run and we will select that new record. We'll start the run and we can see the trigger was successful, found the record. It's now running through the I step, extracting it and analyzing that resume and comparing it against our job posting details. From there, it will update the candidate and it will notify me as the recruiter back in Gmail. You can see I received the email with a summary of everything. I'm going to jump back into Zite, open up the record, and once it loads, we can see that it's provided us with the AI screening results. It has an AI fit score of 100, which is accurate because I built out this resume to match and actually exceed the job posting requirements. Quickly scan the summary. We can look at the match skills. There's no missing requirements, no red flags. In this case, I think we would quickly move to the interview process. If I go back here, we can look at the AI model did score things differently. This gave a score of 90. And again, in that case, that's pretty accurate because again, I built out the resume to be in that 80 to 90% range. And then in this case here, I did build out the resume for this position to be somewhere in that 60 to 70% range. We have a score of 68. If I select that, we can see that there are some red flags as well, which is quite accurate to the resume that built out. We know that Relay workflow is working correctly, and we know that the Gemini model is scoring things quite accurately. One thing worth saying is this is not making the actual hiring decisions. It's just meant to give the recruiter a faster first pass or review on the application. The recruiter will still open up the record and read the resume and makes the final call. Leave a comment and let me know what kinds of AI workflows or applications you're thinking about building, whether it's for your own business or something your company needs. I read every one and it helps me figure out what to cover next.